Awesome!
Howdy everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
My name is Carlos Simpson. I am Chico Amerikan and this is my podcast. Jay Willis.
Hey, how's it going? You can also call me Black Jesus because
Black
I
Jesus.
have that until I'm 32 and then I have to pick a new name or start performing miracles.
So, he heard about the podcast, wanted to come on, and I was like, you know what? Let's try video. So,
Yeah.
Now you know what we look like?
Yeah.
Fat.
Fat, my hair's coming all messed up and just got twisted again.
Proud with fatness. So, we're corny. We wrote an agenda because I know I mentioned last week we were going to talk about, what was the first of the...
Today we're going to talk about the bad boys moment.
We were going to talk Bad Boys moment, but that's going to take quite a bit, so we're going to have to move that, sorry. I also need to write a whole 5-minute bit about it on stage. It's just funny, I'm meeting my girlfriend's family, there were guns, plural, and my knife was involved, it was great,
But meeting family's always funny like that.
Spoiler alert, you know?
Yeah, meeting family's always fun like that. I think
So-
when I met my girlfriend Cindy, we flew out to California to meet her family, and as we were walking in, her grandfather was like, "You're gonna have a bad time." I was like, "What the hell, man?" Then I walked in and had a good time, but it doesn't set the stage right.
Yeah, no, or like the brother who likes to...
Too big for his own good, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, who are you? Like, do you really want me to be a dick?
It's like, I came here to have a good time. Don't make me punch you in the throat, please.
So even now, I'm 30 next month.
I just turned 30.
Hey, dirty 30, dude.
Yeah.
So Shanice, little bit, my girlfriend, my future wife, she's here, and we had a business partner sitting here. We all grew up together, and her best friend came in. They've never seen each other. The business partner's like, looking at him like, "Who are you?" I'm like, dude, it's her best friend. Fuck, chill.
Yeah.
A lot of testosterone. So since we're gonna, obviously there's a lot to talk about that. We can focus kind of on that next week. And I do wonder who the fuck is listening. Like I really do think that my audience, and that's who I am aiming for, are the people who are at the office in a cubicle doing your thing, mile an hour, typing up your fucking spreadsheet like I used to. And hopefully I am not just that release that so you don't have to hear your cube mate eat.
Oh my God. I did that shit at Langley. I would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna work through lunch today. I have to knock out a couple of things." I used to work for the Air Force, so I was like, "Oh, I gotta do a couple things," and I would always hear not the eating, but that release, that not the smack, but when they take that sip, that and it's just all right, and then 5 seconds, it's not that good.
So I was working at a corporation, and my cube mate behind me, I don't know if it was a culture thing, because in our culture here, it's very rude to, make noise. Yeah. But I think in their culture, you want to show that this is good. So I'm sitting there typing, and I swear to baby Jesus, I swear to German, Japanese, a la Jesus. I'm sitting there typing it, and I hear this. And it wasn't just tiny little, just a barely audible smack, smacks.
Yeah, just enough to be annoying.
It was the I thought about his death so many times. So I immediately had to send a note, one of those emails, I'm angrily sending an email.
I like how everyone they're angry is always
it's hunting and pecking, even though I probably
I type this in real life, but when I'm pissed, it's fuck you. I want you to hear every key click and
you stupid bitch. So I sent an email to my boss saying, "Can I please work with earphones? There's a lot of noise." They had low cubes, so it's literally if me and you were next to each other, the cube would be here, and we could be like,
"Hey buddy, how's it going?" I fucking hate my life right now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
What are you doing? Nothing. This personal space? None.
No.
High five? No.
I got work to do.
Yeah. Germs.
Yeah.
We don't like germs, but we share Purell.
No. The one that always confused me about cubicles is, have you been in the ones where they have the little sliding middle for the shared electrical thing?
Oh, that's bullshit. No.
Yeah, that's how it was. Cause they didn't want to have. Again, this is in the Air Force, so they don't want to have all the wires everywhere. So they made the cubicles and then put the strips in the middle, so you have to slide a little piece of metal. So if both of you slide, you don't see anything. So except for their chest. So if you're sitting next to a woman and you're I need to plug something up, you'll look down and it's just hey, look, there's boobs, and it's just I have work to do, and the girl who sat across from me, she knew that too. So like every once in a while, like I'd open it, she would be like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Need to charge your phone?" She was like, "All right, don't stare at my tits." I'm like, "I have work to do."
Say it louder. Say shit.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for HR to come in.
Yeah, it's just like
HR is corporate. I forgot the military. What do they have? Is it?
It's still corporate. Yeah, it's still HR. It's just
still
public relations or
some shit.
Yeah, you'll go down and they'll talk.
Yeah.
But she was cool with it. Like, she would just make the joke and, like, we would both laugh about it. And she was like, no, seriously, like, I, like, charge my phone, too, so whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we both knew each other and we both, like, she knew I wasn't going to stare at her. Mostly because we had shit to do. Like, there's not time to be like, man, those are some nice boobs. It's like, no, it's like, all right, I got to charge my phone. I wasn't expecting to see, like, anyone who's
cleavage.
Yeah. No, not even cleavage, because you know the military, not like the top, but like when you take it off and it's just like the Santees.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't flattering to anyone, no matter
Yeah, it's
how.
kind of like.
Yeah, it's like, even if you have big boobs, it's kind of like.
There you go. That's
an
like,
arm, like just sticking there, and you're like, that's not attractive, and I know why it's not attractive, but
not
like.
meant to be, but
Yeah.
still. So yeah, that was a fun little rant. We burned about 6 minutes on that shit.
Oh, like, yeah.
Dude, I told you, that's why I made the little agenda, like,
Yeah.
and I mentioned this last week. I was like, all right, I'm going to talk about all this shit, and I hope I can get all of that in, because on stage, 5 minutes flies by. I don't get to finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you have to do like a timed push-up. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, how long has it been? 30 seconds. Are you fucking serious?
So, like, I have, what, 90 more seconds of this shit?
Yeah,
So-
but like once you talk, it's like.
So that's what
Time's
happened on my first podcast. I had like 8 items, and I got through all of them, and I looked, and it was a minute and a half. I'm like, it's a 20-minute podcast, and
Yeah.
I just talked about every fucking thing that I told myself I was going to talk about. So, and I literally was like, it got 100 views on YouTube, and so 100 people got to listen to me go, fuck, all right, so I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to talk about. So we came prepared this time. Like I said, we wrote a little agenda, so.
All right, but before we actually go on to the next thing, did you take your speech class online?
Speech class?
Yes. Like when you were in college? Like your public speaking class or whatever it's
Yeah,
called?
I'm a retard. I went to online school.
Yeah, I did too. Like
That's my online school degree right there.
Oh, you went to Phoenix? I went to AMU, so I can't say anything until I got back to the States, and then...
Have you seen the commercials? We rise.
No, but like I finally transferred to like Kennesaw once I got out, and like transferred. But AMU, I had to do my public speaking course on like video, so I'm like, all right, 5 minutes, I got this. So here's the thing, we're done here, and I'm like, shit, I gotta re-record this and make it last 5 minutes. But yeah, like I just wondered if you had like that same problem when you went, where like public speaking. You're
Honestly, it's the opposite. It's when I've gone on stage. Both times, like the first video, I totally like practiced to get it exactly at 5 minutes. The second video, the one that we just did on Sunday,
yeah,
I ran out of time. There was an entire thing about me, Native Americans, Arabs, and my little story with them, and fucking like I don't know how to say it, Indian Hindi, whichever.
It's Indian because they're from India, but they practice the Hindu religion. So
yeah, that's why I'm like, I always say Indian Hindu, and try to do them. Anyways, so I totally had to skip that entire thing. So because they do the thing where they kind of like raise a finger, like letting you know you have 1 minute left, and I'm like,
shit, no.
Damn. So
it's like, all right, that's all my jokes. Fuck you all. I'll be back next week. Ha ha.
Yeah.
All right.
And I will. And speaking of next topic,
the next topic. So the bad boys moment is for next weekend. We kind of just glossed over it, but the one for today is bombing on stage. I personally haven't been on stage. I just rant a lot in my car or wherever the fuck I go. Like if you're at Kennesaw and you see me, just ask me a question, I'll fucking go off. But you bombed on stage last Sunday?
Like Sunday, it was crickets.
Oh, just like that.
Oh, dude, it was fucking awful. And so, this is my first time bombing on stage, and you read about it, you hear about it, you know it's gonna happen.
But you're never prepared.
And so, literally, it was. I'm not even gonna blame it on the crowd. I thought what I said was funnier than it was, apparently, because And so, as soon as I get on there, like, the promoter, the one who's hosting it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I hope you guys enjoy this Mexican or something like that. Chico, he made it sound like I'm like a dish. So I made a joke off of that, and I was just like, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me like some enchiladas or something. Just something like that, like.
Something like really offhanded, like warm
just
them up.
ad-lib it. Nothing. I was like, all right, well, that didn't go over. I did my Donald Trump joke. Nothing. I did my immigrant joke. Nothing. My whitewashing joke. Nothing. Arguing with my cousin Joe, nothing. I was like, wow. At one point, because that's the worst. There was just this dead crowd. Luckily, nobody booed, not this time. But there was this one chick in the corner with like green hair.
Was it in dreads?
No,
Okay.
no.
Because if it was, I was about to send a text to somebody.
Like,
we're getting done.
it was the look she was giving me. It was like this. What the fuck? And I just had to just not. If you look on the video, you start noticing me looking down. I'm not ashamed. I'm just trying not to look at her because if I looked at her, a couple of like, the comedians, they didn't bob me as bad as I did. But they certainly, like, they're like, all right, this isn't going well. All right, okay, I'm done, guys, thanks. And they walk off.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
You're like, I'm going to power through.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to crossroads. I could either just be like, this isn't funny. Sorry, guys, I'll try better next week. Which might have been the better route to go. Instead, I powered through. I power talked. I just went straight through everything. I talked way too fast, and I think that's, I faced a decision. I was just like, with my first video, I totally was not going to post that if I would have bombed. Yeah. But I was like, do I post it or do I not post it?
It's always better to post it and be like, all right, someone help me figure out where did I go wrong?
Well, okay, and the whole point of this podcast, the whole point of this YouTube channel, the whole point of me posting things is this journey. Right now, I'm new. This is kind of more of a hobby than, until I get paid for the gigs. So I'm just kind of documenting this little experience.
Show that build up. That way, even if you hit the famous, someone's gonna find this YouTube channel and be like, I remember that time I bombed and
you bombed
up
on stage. And I totally came back home and I videoed and Googled that comedians talking about bombing on stage, and they're like, it makes you better. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to, all right, it's either, oh fuck, I'm never doing this shit again, or grit down and write something funnier. So.
Yeah, like look at my jokes, write on paper, and be like, well, maybe if I change the emphasis and
because they're doing that every Sunday, and I have to face that crowd again. But another one of the things that I notice on my videos, whoever is videoing me, I have got to put them in a better location, because at each video, I don't know if you noticed, some fucker gets in the way.
No, I guarantee it's the dude who's always comes there with like the smell of like one boo and I'm gonna hump this shit at him. Like I guarantee you, like, were you thinking about that like when you were bombing? Like,
no.
One boo, someone's gonna be like, here's a tomato.
Like I have a retort back if someone boo, like a heckler is what you're talking about. Like if someone heckles, you obviously have like a couple.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like one-liners for heckles. I mean like someone who's literally just gonna like throw a tomato at you and be like, suck it.
We'll see. Thanks. Don't listen.
Yeah,
to
no
him.
one
Don't
do
listen
that.
To him.
Like
don't. Just
there are
he
better
said,
uses for tomatoes. I hate them, but make marinara. Like, fuck,
they're better. Just don't listen to him. But no, seriously. Like in the first video, it's clear. No, my mistake was that I stuck a little. Right here in the video, I stuck a little too much to the left.
Yeah.
Right. Well, as soon as I would, because I didn't want to say it, but the mic stand, the cable didn't quite reach.
Yeah.
So I wanted to use the entire stage, but I'm in that little corner, and this tall as shit black dude like sits right there. So the entire time it just looks like my voice is coming out of his dreads, or cornrows. I honestly can't. I was more worried about not fucking up than looking at his hair, even though I've seen the video like a dozen times.
You're still not paying attention. You're like, why is my voice?
Yeah, I'm just like, God, what? Like this, like God, why am I not being
Why didn't
seen?
I say, why didn't hey man, like I'm recording, duck your tall ass down.
Yeah. And so, the second video, I was like, record me, baby. And so we were sitting, and she's sitting there recording me, and she's recording me, the server comes up, and he is blocking me, and as much as that chick with the green hair and her what the fuck face. It was him. He was the bane of my existence, because the chick with the blonde hair was on the left. The server, he was on the right. His look was so blank. His was worse. She was like all out, just like, oh. And
she was not enjoying. He was just like, I've been here too long.
Yeah, you could just tell. It was dead eyes, just man. So my goal in life is to make that son of a bitch laugh.
That's actually a good goal. Find the person who works at the comedy club, that's the one you want to laugh.
I swear to God, if I ever get a Netflix special, I'm gonna make sure that son of a bitch has VIP tickets.
Just to prove.
And I'm not trying to call you out or call you a dick. I needed you in my life, okay?
Yeah,
I need you to verify.
Yeah, like the spotlight follows you. You're gonna like stop and be like, you. I was waiting for you, motherfucker.
What's the Netflix video? Like the cameras point to him and he's still. I'll be like, he's still doesn't find me fucking funny.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Anyways, so that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Alright, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is Star Wars, because you can't really see it, but
Go ahead, show the folks.
Yeah, I got a nice Darth Vader shirt on here from my girlfriend.
Completely accidental.
Yeah, like I was not planning this at all, or this topic, but this is a nice little Vader shirt. Can't really see the details, but it's got like the Emperor logo going through it, and then it makes Vader's face. My girlfriend got this for me, and she almost didn't give it to me because she likes Star Wars a little more than I do. But we're gonna talk about that, and Shanice, little bits. We were playing Jenga earlier, and like she was just like, "I am the Force is with me." She was moving things, and it worked.
So the thing, it was cute because she's like the cool, sexy, strong black girlfriend, and I'm her fat fucking goofy Mexican. And so like they're out there having fun.
I think they're watching watching like Wild 'N Out right now.
Yeah, which
I didn't know that was still on.
On TV. Or Fear Factor, that shit's still on apparently.
Yeah, Fear Factor came back.
With
like,
Luda.
Ludacris, I have not seen that episode. I don't want to because
there's like 2 twins and one's a little hotter than the other. She's got bigger chiclets. But I digress. So Shanice, little bit. Shanice is my girlfriend. Her name's Little Bit. I'm Carlos. I'm Chico. Little Bit Chico. It's fucking adorable. Fuck you if you don't like it. I think I've mentioned that every goddamn time on the web podcast. And
I'm like one person's always like, "Oh, that's cute," and you're like, "Yeah, well, fuck you anyway."
Yeah. She's funny. Like, I'm goofy funny. She is just like sassy, don't talk back to me, show her feelings funny. So I really do want to one day have like the two of us do a bit. But what we're talking about is we're playing drinking Jenga. It's like Jenga, but when you pull it out, it's got like 2 people take a shot. You have to take a shot. Everyone but you has to take a shot. And
we're going to take a shot. Yeah,
we're assholes when we're building it. We're not like building 3 and then 3 and then 3. We're building like 1 standing straight up, 1 to the side. And the guy who started, he my friend, he's like,
yeah.
do you want me to put it? How do we put it up? You can put it any way you want. So he went, so I can just put it like that. So he goes before me. He kept trying to fuck me up. And so they literally had 2 of them going and a third one in the front. So I've got 3 standing straight up. And you're trying to find that loose
one paw, so you can like make it work right.
And I'm pulling it, and as I'm pulling out, I hear, "I am the Force, and the Force is with you." I'm like saying that as jokingly, like the new Star Wars Rogue One. I am the Force, and the Force is with me.
If anyone knows his name, put it in the comments. I'm too lazy to like look it up. But let us know. I know it's Donnie Yen, but I don't know his character's name.
Yeah. Which is like a shame, very shameful for like past 9-year-old selves who know.
Yeah, like I was like, "Oh, fucking Darth Maul, I know who he is. This Ray Park." But like, I want to say it was like Steve, but that's too wrong.
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't really know the ditty. Like I am the Force is with me, or it's like the Force is one, I am with the Force, something like. So I was trying to say it, and she said it perfectly, and like, it's her and like 4 guys. So all 4 guys looked at her like.
This fade right here.
Yeah, so that was fun. That's a fun thing I wanted to share with you, so that you can, I don't know, listen to that while you're at your kid.
Have a laugh, yeah. Like that. The whole goal of this when we're recording is when you see it, laugh.
Listen to this podcast. That was the funniest thing.
Yeah, that's the best
comments
part.
Last week. I had people like, "Hey, I'm gonna start following you." I'm like, "You listen to this shit? Cool."
Again, this is the stuff I make when I'm drunk, man. What are you doing?
Well, not really. So the purpose for the podcast is if I'm gonna keep going out to the shows.
Yeah.
And I want to be funny, but also want to be professional. I'm not gonna be the guy drinking the beers, hitting on the wait staff.
Don't be that asshole wherever you are. If you're going to a restaurant, this is a personal pet peeve. Sorry. If you're at a restaurant and your server's nice to you, she's not nice to you because she likes you. She's nice because you have her money. You assholes.
I'm guessing you've experienced this a couple times.
Yeah, like either like when I go out with not necessarily friends, but like co-workers or something, they'll go out and like, that chick really likes me. I'm gonna get her number. Like, dude, no, it's her job.
It's like that episode of Saved by the Bell when they're in college. It's like she's pretending to like you.
Yeah, like she's flirting with you. She might not be flirting with you. Like I sometimes have a personality where I may sound like I'm flirting with you or I'm being nice, but that's just who I am. It's either that or I'm a dick. So there's no in between. Yeah.
So unprofessional sending text messages. Okay.
So fine. But yeah.
So yeah.
Don't be that asshole.
Don't be that asshole. Don't be that asshole.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting for the next topic. That's why.
Yeah, I will college as long as you can. Oh shit. But the next thing is I'm trying to start my own business making beer. So for my first time on the podcast, about some beers I made.
This is his brand. I just called it Jay's Beer. Do you have a name for this yet?
I don't like at all. Like I'm still outsourcing names.
Yeah.
That's my little.
Well, yeah. The whole reason I brought that up and the beer is that if I see a talent agent or a talent agent sees me, and they do a background on me, they can see that I've got some content that I actually take serious. Yeah, I'm multitasking. I can't do two things at one time.
It's all good.
Talking and walking and breathing don't work too well, so
the body automates that, so it works perfectly.
I typically give up on breathing.
Right, but these are kind of like a weird Kolsch IPA. I don't know if you like IPAs, but there's kind of like a little bitterness at the end. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm not a beer like that guy. I'm like a Bud Light Guinness type beer. Like when they created Bud Light Platinum, that's as foo-foo as I get. So you know those guys who like get, I need to know the hops and the IPA with you can just hey dude, I'm trying new things for you, supporting you.
There we go. That's the best part.
Okay, I taste it. Yeah.
Yeah, like a little bitterness right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Just the way I like my women.
A little bitter in the
Just
end.
a little bitter at the end.
Okay, that's so horrible.
So my mom and I are very, very good at creating these jokes that I call where they get us like one step closer to hell jokes.
Yeah,
that was definitely one of them.
All right. Just like a little closer there. It's kind of like you know Billy, right? Like Eldridge.
No, but tell me the story about Billy.
No, like there's not really stories, but like there's
times. The MMA fighter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's this one time.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't know Billy, but you've probably met a Billy in your life. You might call him like Joe.
He's a solid dude. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. But one time, this was right after high school, so like 2005, we were sitting in Waffle House eating food at like 2 a.m. because that's what teenagers do. And like out of nowhere, he's like, you know that song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes was made by gay bikers to fuck straight men in the ass. And there's a couple behind us. And the guy goes, that's it, we're leaving.
That's a dead, quiet fucking Waffle House.
Yeah, there's only like five people.
He cleared out a dead, quiet Waffle House with
there's
a
five
fucking joke.
Yeah. There's 5 people. 3 of us are at this one table. And then this couple. And I forget what we were saying earlier, but the guy was like, that's it, we're leaving. And the girl goes, oh, come on, they're being funny. And like they eventually, they didn't even order food. I think they had like water and just left.
I bet you that waitress was looking at you like, you asshole.
No, like we were there every night. We were friends with the waitstaff, so like they didn't care. Again, this is high school. There's nothing to do in Georgia at 3 a.m. if you can't drink.
Makes me kind of feel bad because the last party we were at like a few weeks ago, we were at Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then you say like really stupid shit, but that was it.
Yeah.
And immediately after they left, we started talking about his new digital camera he bought because it was like the little keychain ones that charge up by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was it. But you know who's
next item on the agenda?
The next item is a sponsor. There's no good segue for this one because I don't know what they're about.
I got my first sponsor. Yay! Cheers to my first sponsor. So I'm gonna read off the best I can. All right. So Oxford Pierpont. God, I hope I'm saying that correct. All right, Oxford Pierpont. If your website's outdated, it's probably ugly, and if your website is ugly, you're probably losing money. Call my friends at oxfordpierpont.com and ask them what can they do to give your ugly website a modern makeover. oxfordpierpont.com. Services include website development, social media development, marketing, and website security. Oxford Pierpont. I think I said it enough times, right?
Oxford Pierpont. To be exact, if anyone listening, you're thinking about like, fuck this job, I'm gonna start my own business. You definitely need a good host. They sound like a great one. I haven't started my own. I'm working on it, but I haven't gotten to the website part yet. So when I start mine, I'll probably go into Oxford Pierpont. I really hope that's the right way to say it. They didn't send like a breakdown like Wikipedia or anything.
And it's really cool. The owner, he has his own podcast, so I think we're gonna go on his. And I'm
nice.
I mean, I can just already see it. I'm just gonna be sitting there like, did I say it wrong? Yeah. So fuck me. All right, cool. My bad.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not like Oxford Pierpont or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't sound like a pretentious company. I really hope it's not how you pronounce it because it sounds like an asshole.
I did some work with them. Good shit. They'll give you a good quote, fair quote. Their services typically last. It's guaranteed service for 30 days, and then they continue servicing your account for 6 months, and then you can choose whether you want to take it on your own, or if you want to pay the monthly fee and you work it out. But yeah, really cool stuff. It's that I don't know, like me, I don't know, how do you fucking create a website?
Coding's not my thing. Beer's my thing. Code's not so much.
I make dick jokes. So they'll create a professional website. They'll create it so that you have email marketing, social media marketing. These guys speak at that level, and it's not just the capabilities. It's like that passion they have. So yeah. All right, that's about it for the podcast. Yeah. Jay, I really appreciate you being on.
Yeah, like anytime you need like an extra voice, I won't always have beer because it takes like a month to make them, and I'm kind of poor right now, so I can't constantly go buy stuff. But you know, anytime you need me, definitely call, man. Like
leave comments, let us know how we did. Thanks for the people who follow me. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, cheers. And, also, whoever's listening has been listening. You got an extra like 6 minutes. Feel good about that. Woo!
Bye, everybody. Bye.